All right. Working on the Philippines now, graphics wise. Here, this is the most recent events I added. This is for the it's a Spanish name. It's a coastal road, southern portion of the Philippines. These are various power hydro plants that exist there in reality, implemented at various points. I think that one's like 1960s, 50s, 60s, 2012, and 1939. These are plants, vehicle production plants. Suzuki actually goes in Suzuka or Suzuko in Japan. That was established in 1940, so I put that in there. This is the largest shipbuilding yard, or it's up there. I don't know if it's the largest in the world, but it's up there. It's huge. It's a mega shipbuilding yard, and Hyundai, South Korean vehicle manufacturer, has got a manufacturing plant there as well. And the shipbuilding yards, I believe, are administered by that entity. That's what I remember from what I read about that a few days ago. This is what I had leading into these new events. I haven't really focused on events for the past few days. I've been finalizing my map, which is nearing completion as far as the actual graphics that I'm using. I still have to detail various regions and touch up infrastructure here and there and everywhere, but the actual imagery that I'm using to do that detailing is very near to completion at this point. And here's how that is progressing. I hope I'm recording. Yes. And just adjusted these in the hills. It was just flat terrain, but it wasn't displaying on screen, so I looked into it, and I can get away with putting hills there because they will show better. I can always adjust that in the X file if I want to make the light forest appear there. I can bring up the mesh to a greater height, but then that'll affect every other mesh that I apply that to throughout the game. So if I use this to appear over here, and I elevated the height of the actual mesh, then it would also elevate the height of that mesh over here, and it would look off balance everywhere. So I got away with hills there. It looked nice. I defined various attributes for my hills to give them a more three-dimensional effect. The appearance. I adjusted the mountains outside of the border of the Czech Republic. Did some more work on my river meshes. I'm currently working on that now, so there's spots that aren't filled yet. And then I got to do wide rivers after that, but they'll be easy if there's less of them. Adjusting tree placement and I don't know how else to say it. Yeah, I'm adjusting like these. We'll get some adjusting so it won't be a perfect circle, which is not at this point, but I can make that better. But I don't like seeing things that are so perfect in shape that it looks unrealistic. I like it to be a little messy looking and a little randomized, because that's how forest is. not measured and, you know, plan it like that. Like that looks fake. So I will move like that tree over here, move like this one over here on top of this one, so there's only, you know, a single tree as opposed to two, and, you know, slop them around a little bit. And it's pretty easy to do. There's some control to it as far as calculating where you want things to go, but when you got 48 trees, you can pretty much just open the file and just scramble the fucking numbers, and it'll look better than that. And then after you do that, then you got to pay attention to what you're actually doing in the X file to get specific trees to go to specific places. But to start, you can just put in any fucking number you want, and it'll be better than having a circle of trees. But there's also like 4 whatever the hell they're called, 4 things that contain 4 different elements per thing, so that's 16 different areas you can adjust per each mesh file, transform matrix. Anyway, this looks good. I'm happy with this. Got all that dialed in. Still working on deserts. Still working on deserts, and also oceans will be last. I may just leave them as they are and do like my spray painting effects to dress up the coastlines throughout as I feel like it. But I'll give it the college try as far as implementing some ocean IDs for mesh files. I gotta convert all this into rainforest. Southern China. Taiwan is nearing completion. The Philippines got a good start. I got to adjust these mesh files. These should be jungle hills, I guess, as opposed to it being flat jungle. They are jungle hills. I got to elevate that mesh a little bit. That way it'll display on the map. This is experimental. That's a lake. It's a borrowed image. It's not actually my artwork. But I don't intend to sell this, so I don't really care that I crop images from online at points to quickly gather and compile a variety of artwork. I want to change everything in the game. I don't have the time to hand draw every single. I hand drew that. It didn't start that way, but I eventually finished it. It's hand drawn. That's my artwork. But it doesn't always start that way, and I don't care. And I don't feel like I put in any less work because I don't sit here and pixel by pixel draw every single texture in the game. I don't have fucking time. I invest thousands of hours into this without doing that. And doing that quite a bit. A lot of this artwork is mine. Anyway, regardless, and to conclude my video, that's my progress. I'm going to take them rocks out of there. I don't like the way rocks. Mississippi. I'm trying to make it look dirty, muddy, because that's what the Mississippi looks like, muddy. Same thing with the Hudson. It's known for being a dirty river. I don't know about literally, but it's dark, you know, in appearance. Murky waters. Same thing with the Delaware. I could throw a rock in the Delaware from where I work. It's not a clean looking river. It's dredged out. bottom is loose content. Always looks dirty. Always looks muddy. I got a lot of that to do. Gotta finish tweaking my farms. Yeah, thought that would look cool. I might be able to do something with them rocks at a later point in time to make them kind of dress up various riverbeds. Well, supposed to be river rocks. Alright. And that's where I'm at. Let's check.